There's a certain kind of person rulers always fear. Not the warrior, not the traitor, not even the rival who competes for power in the open. The most feared figure in history is the one who fights without armies, conquers without territory, and threatens kingdoms not by force, but by asking questions no ruler wants asked. The dangerous one is the philosopher. Empires have burned their books, kings have executed them, priests have exiled them, revolutionaries have silenced them. Modern states, even today, monitor them. But why? Why would people who rule the world be afraid of someone who sits alone, thinking? To understand that, we must travel into the strange territory where ideas turn into weapons, where a single question can overthrow a throne, and where one way of seeing the world can shatter everything built upon it. This is the story of why the great thinkers become dangerous, and who, exactly, trembles when they start speaking. The pattern of the persecuted thinker. Across civilizations, the same pattern repeats. A thinker begins to question what everyone else takes for granted. Their ideas attract attention. They gain followers. And eventually, those ideas collide, hard, with the interests of someone powerful. Let's walk through a few moments where philosophy became the most dangerous force in the world. 1. Socrates, the man who asked too many questions. Athens prided itself on being the birthplace of free thought. But when Socrates began wandering the streets, questioning generals, politicians, and poets, something strange happened. People realized they hated being questioned. Socrates wasn't dangerous because he had answers. He was dangerous because he exposed lies, gently, relentlessly, with logic sharper than a blade. He revealed the fragile ego beneath the powerful man. He revealed how little the wise man knew. He revealed contradictions in the city Athens claimed to be, and the city reacted with fear. He wasn't executed for corruption. He wasn't executed for impiety. Athens killed him because uncomfortable truths threaten systems built on comfortable illusions. A society can survive bad decisions, but it cannot survive someone who teaches people how to think for themselves. 2. Confucius, the teacher who terrified kings. Confucius wasn't a rebel. He wasn't a revolutionary. He didn't call for violence, uprising, or rebellion. He simply insisted that power should be moral. For the kings of ancient China, this was far more terrifying than any army. A warlord can be defeated. A rebellion can be crushed. But an idea, the ruler must earn legitimacy through virtue. That's a threat that reaches every throne room. It redefines the difference between a king and a tyrant. It gives the people a measure against which to judge their leaders. Confucius's ideas outlived every king who opposed them. China's rulers died. His philosophy became the foundation of civilization. Dangerous thinkers often win in the long run, because ideas age better than power. 3. Spinoza, the exile who rewrote reality. Baruch. Spinoza, a quiet lens grinder living in Amsterdam, held ideas so explosive that he was excommunicated, banned, and hunted. But he didn't incite rebellion. He didn't preach violence. He didn't call for revolution. He simply reframed the universe. His argument, that God was not a distant entity but the very structure of reality, threatened both religious and political power. Because if you dissolve fear, you dissolve control. Those in power fear any idea that separates truth from authority. Spinoza's philosophy turned every believer into an independent thinker. That's why he became dangerous. 4. Hannah Arendt, the woman who named the unthinkable. When Hannah Arendt wrote about totalitarianism, she did what tyrants feared most. She made the invisible visible. She exposed how authoritarian systems thrive, not through monstrous leaders, but through ordinary people doing nothing. She revealed the mechanics of obedience. She revealed the banality of evil. She revealed that tyranny does not begin with violence, but with silence. Tyrants hate writers who name their tools. Arendt's danger wasn't that she criticized regimes. Her danger was that she dissected them so precisely that no regime could hide behind its excuses again. Ideas that reveal how power works always terrify those who depend on secrecy to maintain it. 5. The modern thinkers who still threaten power. Today, censorship is subtle, punishment is digital, exile is social rather than physical. But the pattern remains. A thinker becomes dangerous when they expose hypocrisy, question the foundations of a system, reveal contradictions in mainstream narratives, offer an alternative way to see the world, inspire people to think independently, threaten the myths those in power rely on. Every era has ideas that are considered too destabilizing, and every era has its philosophers who dare to speak them. Sometimes they are writers, sometimes scientists, sometimes journalists, sometimes artists, sometimes anonymous voices online. What unites them is simple. They threaten the story the powerful want us to believe. Who fears the philosopher most? If philosophers are the ones seeking truth, who are the ones who fear them? The answer is more unsettling than kings or tyrants. It is not just rulers who fear dangerous ideas, it is all of us. We fear them because, 1. They force us to confront realities we've avoided. A dangerous idea destabilizes the comfortable world we built inside ourselves. 2. They destroy illusions we depend on. Every society, every age, every person lives inside a story. Philosophers can tear those stories apart. 3. They reveal our own contradictions. To hear the truth is to see our flaws. 4. They demand responsibility. Once you recognize a lie, you can no longer pretend you didn't. 5. They strip away excuses. Ideas make us accountable for who we become. And this is why philosophers are feared equally by tyrants, institutions, religions, political parties, media systems, corporations, communities, and individuals, because dangerous ideas demand something from us. They require us to change or admit we refuse to. The most terrifying thing about a philosopher isn't that they challenge society, it's that they challenge you. Why dangerous thinkers still matter today. So, what makes a philosopher dangerous? Not their intelligence, not their education, not even their conclusions. A philosopher becomes dangerous the moment their ideas interfere with power, political, social, cultural, psychological, or personal. But here is the deeper truth. We need dangerous ideas. Every civilization that survives long enough eventually becomes trapped in its own stories. It begins to believe its own myths, repeat its own slogans, and mistake habit for truth. Philosophers break that spell. They remind us that reality is bigger than our narratives, that no authority is beyond question, that ideas shape the world more deeply than armies, that freedom begins with thought, not law, that the most powerful rebellion is the refusal to stop asking questions. In every age, the thinkers who question the foundations of their world are punished first and celebrated later. They are exiled today, canonized tomorrow. They are mocked, then quoted, silenced, then taught to children. And perhaps the greatest danger of all is imagining that our era is immune, that we are too modern, too enlightened, too rational to fear philosophers the way past civilizations did. But look closely at the world around us. Cancel culture, information wars, algorithmic conformity, outrage-driven media, punishment for dissent, thought policing from every faction, the rise of new digital tribes, the shrinking of the Overton window. We are not beyond the age of dangerous thinkers. We may be entering a new one. So here is the final question. In a world where everyone claims to know the truth, who still has the courage to question it? Who among us will choose thinking over belonging, truth over comfort, clarity over illusion? And when the next dangerous philosopher appears, challenging our society, our systems, our beliefs, will we listen? Or will we fear them, the way every civilization before us has? Because the fate of every society depends on this single choice. Will we silence the people who think too deeply, or follow them into a clearer, more honest world? If you found this exploration insightful, give this video a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Timeless Questions channel for more deep dives into philosophy, history, and human nature. Because the questions may be ancient, but the wisdom is timeless.